The Warlord Gandhi has actually taken Rome. I know it might be hard to believe, but, you know, I'm just saying, we did it. We killed Rome, yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to build some roads to it. I'm going to get a worker down here to actually fix it up. And we need to build up some more military units in support. Over here... Mughal Fort is actually pretty good. That's actually a really good building. I'm going to build a Mughal... Let's go with the Mughal Fort, because that sounds pretty cool. We need to take this place and just fortify our units, because we don't want to lose Rome again. Luckily, I think the Roman army was decimated during that battle, so we should actually be well off. We could have eliminated them, but I really didn't want to take the risk of losing Rome. And because Antium is kind of worthless to me as Gandhi, since I want to take as few cities as possible, yeah, might as well just keep them in the game. As a weakened, but destroyed. A weakened, but not defeated state. I'll move you out because it's much better to have like an actual archer in a city than it is to have like a melee unit. And we're actually going to go for ironworks, probably, because that'll increase production in my capital, and then I can start working on going for, like, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Shoot, I might go for the Leaning Tower right now, because that is pretty good. That is fucking great. Yeah, we're going to go for the Leaning Tower, because we can go for ironworks at any time. Leaning Tower, however, is something anyone can go for, and it's only once. So, that's probably a good choice, especially with the Great Wonder, or the Great Person generation. That's going to be good for our culture. Because we are generating some people. We're generating merchants, we're generating scientists, and we're generating a lot of writers. We're actually going to put another person into the workshop, because that'll actually generate even more production towards the Great Engineer, which is great. You know what? I'm going to fill out our specialist buildings, actually. Now we're actually generating 5 for the Great Engineer. We're only generating from, and then 7 for the Great Writer. So we should be getting some pretty good stuff there. I really need to get the specialist building sorted out. Once I don't even... this is the biggest problem with the Wonder game, is that you get so into the Wonder game that you actually don't have time to build anything else. And that's the biggest problem with me, at least with my strategy. Because I really do need to set up some other shit here. I do need to get a market. I do need to get all this stuff. So, you know what? After I get the Leaning Tower of Pisa, I'm probably going to build the ironworks just so I can get to that workshop and the extra production. And then from there, I'm just going to build the specialist buildings, because we really need them. In fact, over here, we should probably change focus to specialist buildings, because specialists are going to be really useful when we unlock rationalism. So we're going to go for a market instead of the Mughal Fort. And I'm hoping that is a good choice. Here we go. Got a unit, which is pretty good. Oh, no. Very well. You can denounce us, you fucking bastard. But I don't give a shit, because I took your capital. Oh, yeah, we got banking. I'll take sailing, I guess. Sailing isn't really that useful. I don't usually go for sailing, actually. It's probably a really stupid thing to not go for, but I just don't. I typically find that everything else is worth way more than sailing. I don't play a naval game. I try to play a land-based game. That's actually probably why we couldn't build a trade ship, is because we didn't have sailing. I'm a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, I'm just a fucking idiot. Oh well, we got it now, so we should be able to build a trade ship if we really wanted to, or buy one. Yes, let's buy a cargo ship, because that's going to increase our gold per turn substantially. I'm going to move this with the rest of my armies. The thing is, we have a much more complicated border now, which could be a problem, because though our border is complex, and though we have a lot of territory, we now have a lot of threats from all directions, and we kind of need to secure ourselves. How did one of your filthy agents that must steal one of our basic technological secrets? These may be the last words we speak in peace. I swear not to spy on you anymore. Alright, can I remove my spy then from his capital? Is that an option? Yeah, because I don't need to spy on you, necessarily. I have the highest technology in the game, so I'm going to go to India to Delhi, and I'm going to defend myself. The spy was there to make sure you weren't declaring war on me. So, you know, you can just deal with it. No. Okay, well, we're going to send you... Where am I going to send you? I mean, I guess you can help work on the roads down here. And this guy was originally working on them. I think I actually accidentally moved him. Arhis, that's 9 gold per turn, and he's a good ally, so trading with him is probably a good idea. He's not a bad guy. He's not a badman. He hasn't done anything against us. So yeah, we should be fine trading with him. We're actually very good friends for what I did with Rome. I'm pretty sure the Aztecs are probably going to betray us again, because they covet Rome, which is the land that I now own. And that's going to be problematic for our relationship. Not to mention the spying and all the other crap. But hopefully we'll be able to stop them from taking any recourse by getting a stronger military presence. Yeah, I know I could just route 2, but honestly, route 2 just doesn't seem to work half the time. Like, a lot of the time, your units will just stop doing it, so I prefer manually doing it. It's not easier, but it's a lot more consistent. I've had a lot of trouble with the route 2 mode for some reason. Sweet, we got a great rider, which means we should be able to start increasing our culture generation. It's pretty great work. We've created Frankenstein, guys, which is wonderful. So we're actually getting some culture from Frankenstein. We're about to get a great scientist soon and a great engineer soon, hopefully. We're about to get a market up here, which means we're going to start producing great merchants, and we're going to start boosting all that shit. It'll actually allow us to get a bank, because we should have banking unlocked as well. Let's start making our way towards scientific theory, actually, because that sounds like something that is pretty important to keeping a good lead. Actually, hold on. We need to go towards chemistry, because we need to keep up militaristically with the people around us. This has been a game where I've had to focus more on military than I've been able to focus on anything else. So we need to get that up. We can establish a trade route again. Let's go to Hanoi. How annoying. Ha 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 ha. No. I need to establish one more trade route, and then we should be good to go. I'm probably going to set it from Mumbai as a naval trade route, because they make more money. A lot more money. A lot more money. At least in my experience, they do. Apparently, we are some of the least progressive people in the world, which honestly isn't that surprising. We are making some progress with that, though, with the great writers and stuff. That's really what set us behind in terms of social policies, is the lack of great writers and access to great writers. It has set us behind pretty bad socially. We do have the highest population and highest literacy. We don't have the highest land yet, but that's probably going to change soon. Rome is pretty much worse than everything now. They got fucked. Rationalism is now unlocked too, which is probably the tree I'm next going into, which is going to be fantastic, because fucking rationalism is great. Rationalism is probably the best tree in the game. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. It, and honestly, patronage, actually, which is very surprising. A lot of people don't know this. Not like the people in my single-player, or not my single-player, multiplayer game don't know this, but I actually go down patronage a lot, because, believe it or not, there are some pretty good bonuses in patronage. There really are. Especially the 25% extra technology. My friend keeps wondering how the fuck I'm able to keep up with him with tech. Well, listen up, bud. That's how. 25% technology from all city-state allies. Literally the best thing in the entire world. If I can build a trading post. In fact, yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, 25% of what they produce themselves, which is pretty good. Depending on how many city-state allies you have, that can nearly double your science, which is great. And Delhi's about to grow again, becoming once more one of the shining wonders of the world. Rome stole the technology. I'm not too concerned about that, honestly. I'm really not. I'm going to trade with Arhis, actually, because they provide much more gold, and they're a close friend, so I kind of trust them. I kind of trust them. I probably shouldn't, but I kind of do. A stable would be pretty good for production. Let's go with a stable. That'll increase Mumbai's production at the very least. They're in a production focus. That was mostly because of the war, so I could shift them out of that, actually. Though I don't really think they need it. They're doing pretty well for themselves. Our peace treaty with Caesar has expired, which means they can declare war on us as they want. They probably aren't going to, though, because their army's fucked. And in a defensive war, ranged units are far more effective than melee units, so we're actually doing pretty well there. So long as we're not planning to launch an invasion, we should be fine. And I don't intend to launch an invasion anytime soon. I'm going to kind of spend a period of time to recover. We should be getting Leaning Tower of Pisa soon, and that is going to be good, because that'll increase great person generation. In fact, we're going to be getting it in 3 turns. I'm moving you to the front line, just in case they decide to do anything. Alright. I think once the Tower of Pisa finishes, I'm probably going to take a break here. Pause the game, save it up, and probably hop off. But yeah, I think this has gone very, 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 very well. We have expanded our borders substantially and proven ourselves to the world in a way that I don't think the world could have ever expected. Gandhi has proven... What the fuck? How are you? Oh, it's Danish warrior, or Danish guy. Okay, well that makes sense. I thought that was a fucking Aztec. I was like, I do not have open borders with the Aztecs. I would not give that to them ever. Not after what they've done. Then again, I don't think they can actually attack with an open borders treaty, which is kind of unfortunate because, you know, that's kind of what, you know, the risk of an open border treaty is. There's literally no reason not to do one if you're not fearing it, you know. There's no reason not to do one unless, you know, they can attack. If they can't attack with an open borders treaty, you might as well just sign it. Because, you know, your relations go up, and there's no downside. You know, just saying. I'm just fucking saying. Alright, so Delhi's about to finish its amazing wonder, and that should give us a very, very big boost to culture. Should be fantastic. And come on, Delhi, produce it. Yes, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is mine. And we actually get to choose a great person. I am going to go with... Could go with a scientist, but honestly, I'm going to go with a different strategy this time. I'm going to go with a great engineer. Because I think getting more production in Delhi is probably a very, very good idea. We're going to set him up over here. Oh, we can actually set him up up here, which is probably a lot better. But yeah, that's going to be that, and that's going to be great. I'm going to go for the ironworks to increase production. And that's where we're going to leave it, guys. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I've been TheUhhoh. I'll see you next time.